in the presence of God in order for you to be a part of this kingdom that he referred to have this eternal life that we are talking about, to be following the teachings that you receive, which is following the truth. So when we sing this song, you understand that our message and our songs, of course, these songs are songs I sing with the angels and I hear them sing, and then I sing along, and then I write it down, and then it becomes a song of deliverance, a song of hope for you. So you always hear and understand that God himself enjoys the praise and the worship that comes from his children, from everything, as you saw us. Yes, last Sunday, as we were praying, you could see that even the heavens were singing. When you think about the storm that were happening at that exact time that we were in service, now calling upon our God, my Lord, my Father. And he saw things happening around the world, those that are under attack, that have passed away, and things that are in the storms that you see, in the flood that is going on, in the rain, and in all the things that were happening around the fire and the heat. You see a lot of things that are happening right now. And just if you remember, there was a prophecy that was given then to beware of the signs that is coming. And then, yes, when that prophecy came maybe a year or two ago, and it was talking about when that time come, you will see, and people will say, they will call it a name that is very common right now. Oh, it is the environment. It is global warming. Oh, it is this. Because they are not able to acknowledge that God is responsible. But they can acknowledge that we have spoken that the power will change, and that some people just have not returned to report back, because the new power has not gone up and the power has not gone down. Which, as we spoke the word of the Lord last Sunday, we see what has happened. Two powers came down in the United Kingdom, and new powers are moved in, as the Lord himself had declared. And I don't want to dwell so much in that, so that I will not be like a mocking, for we know that the Lord forbids us from mocking anybody, but just only to establish that God is the one that owns everybody's life. And one day we end, and everybody will be subjected to judgment. So in this week, you may have heard also here in America that somebody also died, Marcia Hunt. Marcia Hunt lived for 104 years before she passed away, who is a commoner. And then, of course, Queen Elizabeth II, who herself, Her Majesty, is a royal at 96. Nobody talks about Marcia Hunt and what he stood for, but we know that he stood for freedom and liberty. Not because she so much believed in it, but because she herself believes that man shall be free, and then liberty is a gift from God, regardless of whether we like or agree with them or not. Those are things that nobody wants to talk about today, because they have known in the same reason why the Lord roared in his power and might last Sunday about those in positions of power and the authority that decides to censor and tell people what to say and what not to say. Those that like to assume positions of power that doesn't belong unto them, so that they can take what God has given to man, to everybody. That this song, I know, we sang this song not long ago, and it sung to me as it's in my mouth. There is no other God except the God in this world. There is no one who will say that he is not loved by our Father. He has given us all we need in this world. He will continue to provide for his children. No one can say that he does not know who's God of this world. It is only a fool that say that there is no God in this world. nobody can say that there is no God in this world, or that they don't know who is God. Doesn't matter who the king is. It does not matter who the queen is. It does not matter who the president or the emperor is. It doesn't matter whatever the title they go by is, that God is God. That is one thing that you should be assured of, and know that for all that say there is no God, that in this season, there we know there is God. For there is indeed God. And He is the creator of all things. He is the one that let things be, and He said it become. And if He allowed it to be, it becomes. There is no God except our God. There is no other God except our God in this world. In this world, under this world above, there is no other God. Here is the King of Kings, Lord of Lords, our God. I added a little bit of a twist into it, so you know already how the song is sung, but it's just to make a point that our God is the God of everything else and everyone else. He's the Lord over all. That you should always remember that as the soldiers, never to forget it in your life, for you to always know, regardless of how and where you climb up to and in whatever your position and your power is, that there is God who is God over all. And there is one and only true God, for everything they call God is not God. Those that live and lie and lie and lie, and they think that as they lied into the last in 2020 elections, that they're going to lie again. Even though there was a warning, beware, there are good people out there. And then every day they spill out some other lies. Election is about to come in less than 2 months. Yes, of course they've made all their plans, but beware, there is God that sees over all, and the Lord of all the lords. You are a Lord in wherever you are Lord, and in jurisdiction of where you are Lord, and dominion over